All right, guys. In this episode of the Money Series, we are going to look at a drop shipping opportunity that would make you $10,000 every month. Okay, so $10,000 income opportunity focused on a product called the laptop screen extender. You might have heard of it, you might have seen it, or maybe you've never heard of it. Okay, but we're going to dive into this product and talk about the opportunity that exists and who you sell it to and how to sell it, so that you can extract $10,000, every month drop shipping this product. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Now, we're also going to look into this tweet. There's a tweet I came across, and it is juxtaposing the UK economy with the Nigerian economy. It's comparing, and it's talking about what is left after your expenses for a typical, um, worker or salary earner. What is left after your expenses? And the person compared earning £2,000 in the UK versus earning 400,000 naira in Nigeria. Okay, so we're going to talk about this tweet. Um, and it's crazy to even go into this tweet because from the person's perspective, £2,000, and majority of people in the UK, that's what they earn, between 2,000 to £2,500. That is what they earn. Okay, and majority of Nigerians earn below 400,000 naira, and majority earn below 1 million naira per month. I just and in this same video, we're going to talk about an opportunity that makes you $10,000 a month, which should be around 13 million naira. So global dropshipping would always be a lucrative opportunity. People that won't go into it, they will lose out. People that go into it and commit to it, they will win. I see it every day. We see this stuff every day. We hear stories, success stories that come to us every day from our members, um, from our clients. We're running it, so we see it. So we know I'm at the forefront of seeing the massive benefits of doing global dropshipping from Nigeria. From Nigeria, because when you earn this amount of money, it goes far in Nigeria. Your expenses are just smooth. Um, your expenses do not dent your income. That is what we see. All right. So we're going to talk about all this stuff in this video. All right. So stick around.
Working hard to feed this hunger. Whoa. Suffer through the ice cold winter to the heat of the summer. Tell me what I gotta do to earn a meal. Standing on the picket line, still waiting for a deal. Head downtown looking for a job, if that's what you call it. Down on my hands and knees in the bathroom stall, scraping out a toilet. An honest living is harder, but I know there's hope for me. Praying for a change to come one day, saying, God, can you please give me something to believe in.
All right. So let us and get into it. Get straight into the video. So now the product, laptop screen extender, so dual monitor screen extender. That is the product. So let me just show you what the product looks like, and then so this is what it looks like. Okay. All right. So you have a laptop, and then it's a screen extender. You want to extend. You want to have two other screens so that you can boost your productivity. You can see things, properly. You can have, instead of having multiple tabs. Some people have so many tabs in their browser, and sometimes it slows down your computer system, your laptop system. It is better to have, like, three screens, right? You have that extended screen, and the things that you always want to have open, you can have it open to one screen, and then you can work with your main laptop screen. Okay, you can move around and work with your main laptop screen. So that is the function of this product. Okay, now when it comes to marketing and drop shipping, right? With drop shipping, we are online marketers. That's what we are, because we promote and drop ship products of global suppliers. That is what we do, right? When our customer pays us, when we use the money to fulfill the order, that's what we do, right? That's what gives us the leverage. So in this scenario, let's see, this scenario, the laptop screen extender is serving massive value to specific people within our society. If you want to sell this product properly, you need to know those audiences who need, like it's a need. You have to learn how to turn how to sell products and present them as a need to specific people. Do you understand? There are people in society that absolutely need this product that we are looking at today. Okay, so the supply price is about $248. All right, that's the supply price. That is what we can get this product from the supplier for, 248, dollars. Right. My selling price for the product is 470. Right, $470. It gives me a nice $222 profit. So anytime I sell one, I make $200. If I sell five today, I make $1,000. This is pure business. No, nothing. This is pure business. Okay, I'm not waiting to receive some salary at the end of the month. This is pure business. I sell five today, I make 1,000. I sell 10, I make 2,000. Simple as that, right? If I want to make $10,000, do the math. I sell 45. If you want to make $10,000 this month, you sell 45. That's 13 million naira. So that thing you're trying to save for how many months? If you're serious, you jump into e-commerce, drop shipping or any other one. But drop shipping actually is best. And you can go out there and buy, save up the money and buy whatever you want to buy. All right, because this would just cut down the time frame. Uh, you know, that you would need to save up the money because you instantly become a high income earner. And remember, we are leveraging the customer's funds. They pay us, we take our profit, we pay the supplier, so the supplier can't deliver the products directly to the customer. So if I find 5,000 customers, as long as they pay me, I can supply them the product. That is leveraging. You're leveraging customers' payments, customers' funds. Okay. Now, profit is $222 to make $10,000 every month. You have to sell 45 units of the laptop. All right, and sell 45 units of the laptop screen extender to make $10,000 in profit. Okay, this month, just 45, just 45. Okay, so when you see the big numbers and you see my results and you see those big numbers I earn, right, it looks big and it creates a wow factor for you. Wow, this guy is making money. But when you break the number, when you break it down, it's doable. It's just you haven't put yourself, you haven't put yourself in that position for you to make the money. If you don't try, if you don't participate, how can you win the cup? Do you understand? If you don't participate in the competition, how can you win the gold medal? I mean, sometimes you guys don't really get it. If you're not participating and you're not making effort to position yourself in a place, put yourself in a position for you to make $10,000 a month, why would you make it? If you're doing the same thing and that you've been doing for the past 5 years, why would change come to you? Why would you see change? You wouldn't see any change in your income, your finances, in your life. You wouldn't see any change if you don't put yourself out there and take risk. Life is about risk. Risk that money, risk that investment, risk that time, risk that sweat, that effort. If you don't do it, you're not going to see any change. In fact, I love the way God built this world. Every man must work and sweat and take risks for them to make any progress. Simple as that. If you don't do it, nothing is going to happen to you. All right. So let's look at the product. It is a portable multi-screen monitor. All right. And it solves one massive painful problem, which is the suffocating bottleneck of working on a single cramped laptop screen. Now, it's not everybody that has a laptop that would need this product. Absolutely. Some people don't work that much on their laptop. Some people use a laptop just for entertainment. You don't need to have two screens if you only watch Netflix with your laptop. No. So it's not everybody that has a laptop that would need this product. There are people, absolutely people, that it's not want, need this product. They might know it or they might not know it. Okay. It is your job as a business, guy selling this product to be able to enlighten and educate them why it becomes a need for them. Okay. Now, anyone used to a dual desktop setup feels their productivity plunges by an estimated 20 to 30% the moment they travel or work from a cafe or even work from home. I would explain that. So imagine you work for a company, and anytime you go to office, you have a double screen setup. All right, so the company has made that available to you that you work with two monitors or three monitors. That is where you work. Anytime you go to your office, that is where you work with. But when you come back home, you only have your laptop, and your laptop has a single screen. So that's where you work with. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, duh, if I'm going to work to the office and I'm doing my work with the double monitor setup, then I've done my work, right? If I go home, it's to relax. You're right. But there are certain set of people that is not true for. There is a set of people that is not their reality. They also work from home. Okay, so I would tell you those people very soon. Um, and now let us look at. So we're going to look at it too. You know, when it comes to the dropshipping product, I like to start with the question of who will buy this. I start doing the research. I start doing the thinking. Who's going to buy this? Who's going to need this? Okay. So I have come up with two target audiences that would absolutely need this. Okay. And then we'll talk about why they would need it or how I would even sell it to them. Okay. Now, we use Google Ads. I use Google Ads to sell. Okay. Why? What you search, what you type here is what shows. I type custom built furnitures and I search it. What do you think? The result is going to show me queries that fits into the custom built furnitures that I type in. What you type is what Google gives you. So the customers coming to find my products are the ones that I'm interested in. All right. Why? Because it is easier to convert. So I actually get to be profitable. Okay. There are people, if you own a brand, yes, you can do the whole social media awareness kind of push, finding customers on social media, build a brand, all that stuff, do the whole creative movement strategy. You can do that, no problem. But you're building a brand, or if you're focused on selling low cost impulse products, $10, $20 products, social media all the way, you can do that. You can make money from that. But if you're focused on a high income drop shipping model that I run, then Google Ads is our bread and butter because people coming to find something, it is much more, it's much more, it is much more easier for us to convince them to buy from us, buy that same thing that they're looking for, to buy it from us, than to try and convince somebody that wants to buy. Imagine someone coming to you and say they want to buy a shoe, then you're trying to sell them a car. I mean, it's not going to work. They're not looking to buy a car, right? Or imagine somebody that wants to buy a right. So if somebody's trying to buy a Toyota Camry, but then again, I'm trying to convince them to buy Mr. Bushy. I mean, it's not going to work, right? It's hardly going to work. I have to put too much work to convince the person to buy it, right? I don't want to do that. If you want something, I have it. Let us negotiate. Let us talk about you buying it. All right. Let me tell you why let me convince you why you should buy from me. I prefer that rather than I'm trying to convince you to buy something that you're not really interested in buying at first. So that is why when we use Google Ads, it's very in demand. All right, the customers are direct. It's basically the customers who are getting to our website. There are people that are looking for the product. I'm not, doing any convincing. I say the only convincing I'm doing is, hey, buy this from me, buy it from me, and this is why you should buy it from me. Um, and that is what we focus on. So we use Google Ads to acquire customers because you have the product, we have the suppliers, pricing is okay, we have a profit, we figured out our profit margin, we know how many units to sell, to make $10,000 a month. So now what is left is, okay, how do we find the customers? What do? We use Google Ads to find the customers. Okay. We use a strategy called SCAG long tail keywords. Okay. Somewhere within this channel, there is a 3 hours long tutorials that I explained um, that strategy. Okay. Search for it and watch it. Okay. So now what do we have here? So the two target audiences I came up with is the digital nomad, frequent business traveler. The digital nomad and frequent business traveler. Okay, there are so a digital nomad is basically anyone that works online and they can move. They are location independent workers. Majority of their work or most of their work is done online. Okay, so they can travel. Um, these people, to keep your productivity high, you would need more screens. That is just plain truth. All right. So because of how convenient it is to use the device, which is this, right? It is lightweight, easy to carry around, very portable. You can fold it. Um, we want to increase. My selling point is I want to increase your productivity. I'm talking to the digital nomads. I'm talking to the frequent business travelers. I want to increase your productivity. If you're a sales guy for a pharmaceutical company or a medical company, and sometimes you work from the office, but sometimes you also have to travel. Maybe travel to plants or travel to go close to go close business deals whilst you're in your hotel or your Airbnb and you need to do some work. What are you gonna do, right? You would need this. Extend your screens, do the work you want to do, pack it up back, fold it up and pack it up back, and that's it. So those guys, that would be my selling point to them. All right, why they should buy this. It's not even want, they need it. It's going to continuously boost their productivity. They get to see more, get to do many do multitask and all that. Okay, so my read up is management. So who are they? So management consultants. So people that work for KPMG, PwC, what else? McKinsey. Those guys. Those are consulting firms. So management consultants, remote tech workers. So if you work for Google, but you are a remote worker. If you work for Facebook, or you're a remote worker, or even Salesforce, those tech companies, but you're a remote worker, then you need this in your home. You need this, all right, to have. It's going to boost your productivity. Startup founder. So if you're a startup founder, you don't have a location yet. You're working from your home and building a startup. You need this to boost your productivity. All right. Account managers who spend a significant amount of time in airports, hotels, trains, and coffee shops. All right. They will need it. Okay. The problem, well, they are expected to maintain full executive productivity while living out of a suitcase, swapping tabs between a spreadsheet, Zoom window, and an email on a single 13-inch screen gives them massive digital fatigue. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that the problem is that these workers I just mentioned, especially if you're an employee, you're expected to still keep up your productivity regardless of where you're working from. So no, they don't care if you're working from home, right? Are you still productive? So if just working with one screen is making you slow or is making you less productive, having an extended screen is going to help you. It's going to solve that problem. Okay, it's going to make you more productive, and then I'm going to put some numbers up to make sure that they buy into what I'm selling them. Right? Um, why they buy mobility without compromise. Um, they want to slide a lightweight plug and play. They want to slide a lightweight plug and play screen extension out of their backpack and instantly deploy a desktop grade triple workstation on a small hotel desk or airport lounge table. Basically, people they want a solution. They get the solution. Okay, screen extender. I get it. But is it gonna be too heavy? Right? They'll start worrying about that. No, it's not heavy. It's lightweight, foldable, easy to pack into your bag. Um, into your bag, and it's very cumbersome, easy to carry around, portable. So this is something. That's what I'm selling to them. Mobility without compromise. All right, you can carry it around, no compromise. Set it up any way you want to set it up, and get your work done. All right. So this is one target audience I might be looking to build my business focused on. Okay. Now the second one will be the hybrid worker. All right. So the hybrid worker. Now these are people I was talking about it earlier. I was like, there are people that they work from the office, but they also work from home. We call them hybrid. So they might do 2 days at the office and then 3 days at home, or 3 days at the office and 2 days at home. In these current times, there are more hybrid workers now. Companies still want you to come to the office, all right, and work from there sometimes, some days, do the whole meeting stuff and all that. But they also kind of want you to work from home as well, all right. Um, it helps the employee because it cuts down the cost of transportation or um, commuting to from home to work. So who are they? Corporate employees mainly, corporate employees mainly who split their week 2 days in the corporate office, 3 days working from a kitchen table, a couch, or local co-working space. What is the problem you're solving in this for these people, this audience? What is the problem they have? The corporate office gives them a beautiful dual monitors. So if you're working from a corporate for a corporate company for a corporation, uh, your setup is two screens typically, right? That is what you're working with, or three screens even. That is what you're working with. Um, but when you have to go home and you have to work from home, the remaining 3 days or 2 days, you have to work from home. All of a sudden, you find yourself working with just a laptop. Your productivity is going to get hit. So I'm telling them that hey, this is a fix for that. This laptop screen extender. You don't need to buy a new laptop or go buy an expensive monitor. Okay, those things cost money. You don't need to do that. You can just buy my screen extender for how much? Really? For $470, and you get two screens. Okay, additional to your laptop screen, so you have three screens to work with. It's a worthwhile investment. That is what I'm pitching to them to buy into. Okay, why would they buy? Well, no brainer, right? A collapsible space saving workspace. That is what they get. They can pack the entire high productivity ecosystem into a drawer at 5 p.m. Um, when the dining table needs to be set for dinner. So when they're working from home, they can just, if you're working in a coffee shop, once you're done, you can just pack it up and go back home. You can work from home. You can pack it up and then eat dinner. Like the whole point is that it is very portable, um, very mobile. You can carry it around, you know, um, and it's going to boost their productivity. So these two sets of people, these are the target audiences I will be going for if I want to build out this business. Right? It is very important that I know who I will be selling to. So every single thing about my business will be tailored towards them. Okay. All right. So now let's go down to marketing angles. So now I know who I'm going to be selling to, my target audiences. Okay. Now let's focus on marketing angle. How do I approach them? The three things I'm pushing is number one, productivity and real estate. Real estate means like the space, like your space, right? It gives you more space to work with. You have three screens to do your work. So um, that is what I mean. But productivity is the main thing in that angle. Then angle B is travel and weight, right? Very easy to pack up and travel with, to move around with, to commute with, take it to a coffee shop, take it to a co-working space, take it back home, take it to your office, right? Take it to your friend's house, take it to your grandma's house, right? You can work from anywhere, and productivity is not going to deep. It's not going to deep. All right. Angle C, technical setup, plug and play, very easy to set up. You know, very easy. It takes you less. I'm going to state, I love to use numbers because it catches people. So I'm going to tell them, listen, it takes you less than a minute to set this up. It takes you less than 3 minutes to get this up and running. Okay, that is what you need. So no screwdrivers needed. Just plug and play. Single USB-C connection. That is what you need, and you're up and running. That is going to be a massive marketing angle and selling point to use. So when I'm building a dropshipping business and you see me make those amount of money that I'm making results, hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, I start first by understanding the business base, right? Who am I selling to? Okay, these are my target audiences. Sweet. All right, how do I sell them? What are the selling points I'm going to anchor on? I found them, angle A, angle B, and angle C. Okay, sweet. So I start now building the business. Okay, again, what do I use? Google Ads. All right, Google Ads, Google Text Ads. Um, right, Google Text Ads. Why? Because with text ads I can target. With shopping ads I can't target. Right, so I'm just going to compete just based on products. With shopping ads, I'm just going to compete based on products. Put a nice picture here, that's it. All right. But with text ads, I can target, meaning I can target people that are looking for the product, but I can also target people that are that are looking for the solution to a problem, to that problem. Okay. So something like, how can I be more productive at home? Somebody's searching that. I work from home. How can I be more productive? Do you understand? So I can reach out to those people and try and convince them to buy the screen extender. Um, so that is the long tail keywords that we talk about. Long tail keywords is longer sentence. Rather than somebody just searching for a laptop, the person gets more specific. I'm looking for a blue HP 13-inch laptop. That shows intent. The person knows exactly what they are looking for. So I tend to target people that include more things into their search, because they are very much more intentional rather than just one or two words. It is too broad. Okay, so this is typically going to be the setup. My headlines, two headlines are going to be here. Then my descriptions, and then my callouts. All right, and any other details needed. So this is typical um, Google Ads text that you're seeing here. I'm using this as an example so you actually see it. All right. So we target based on what we think people are going to search for. Then we obviously check to see that there's search volume on that search term or search phrase or keyword. And then we run the ads. Again, I've done tutorials. Check around the channel. You're going to find our 3 hours long video on how to do global dropshipping from Nigeria. Watch that. Then you see the tutorial. Now, let's look at the overall thinking of the tweet that I saw, right? Let's talk about it, actually. So, all right. So what this guy is saying is that, well, in the UK, if you earn £2,000, right, £2,000 to £2,500 is typically what somebody in the UK would earn, typically, all right? Like most of them, that is what they earn. Let me quickly search the median income in the UK. All right, so the median income in the UK is £39,000 annually. Okay, this is before they take out any tax. So this is their gross income. Now, on a monthly basis, that comes down to 3,253, so £3,200. Um, okay, but when you take out the tax, what is left? Like £2,000. That is what they have as their net income. Okay, net salary after taxes is being paid off. So that is what they leave off with. Okay, which goes back to this tweet again. So somebody earning £2,000 in the UK, rent is £900, council tax is £200, energy bill is £150, groceries £300, fuel, transport and insurance £300. You are left with £150. It is not a joke, but most people, this is their reality, and they have to live life. They have to go out. They have to buy, other things and stuff. Um, in the Nigerian economy, somebody earning 400,000 naira. Now, I fault this guy for saying that someone earning 400k, his rent is pretty much 600k. I don't know where the person is living, right? Um, I mean, it's possible. If you look at the wider Nigeria, it's possible. If you look at Lagos or Abuja, then I don't know. But if you look at the wider Nigeria, which I think maybe that's what he means, then it's kind of possible. But then in those states, how many people can make for 400,000 naira? In those states, in Kebbi State, how many people is making 400,000? You understand? So when you start looking at those states, and Niger, how many people? How many people in Abia State? How many people are making 400,000 naira? So then you start looking at that and start saying, maybe not. 80,000 naira on food, 40,000 naira on transportation, 30K on electricity. What else? 30,000 on family support and all that. You are left with 170K for savings, investment, emergencies, and all that, school fees and healthcare. What this person is trying to say is that the expenses compared to the earning, in the both countries, the UK is far worse. That means what you earn is cool. You earn good amount. I mean, compared to Nigeria, you earn more, but your expenses will eat up most of your income. In Nigeria, you earn, but your expenses will not eat up most of your income. It's very hard to believe. It's very hard to say that this guy is right because Nigeria struggles with high employment, high unemployment rate. Nigeria also struggles with low pay. A lot of people don't earn 400,000 naira. It is very easy to look at your situation or look at the people around your circle and judge from that. But a lot of people don't earn 400,000. A lot of people earn 200,000 and less. People now, a lot of people in this country is praying for a 150,000 naira job. Unfortunately, that's just true. And if this person lives in Lagos, which I think they might live in Lagos, then their reality doesn't cover the reality of Nigerians, in the whole 36 states, right? It doesn't cover, right? The only thing that, okay, yeah, it might be 600,000 rent, cool, annual rent here. If you look at it from the whole of, if you look at the whole Nigeria, then this is reasonable for rent. In Lagos, it is not. In Abuja, it is not. Right? Very like what one room. You're living in a shared housing. Then you're renting a room. In that case, okay. But if you're somebody earning below this 400,000 naira a month, why would you not want to do all you can to increase your income? Because at this point in time, the only way you can get out from this post, from this financial position that you are in, is to maximize your income, is to increase your income. All right. And you can look into global dropshipping if you want to do that. If you're obsessed on it, if you put in your effort, obsessed about it, right? And there are many members, or like crazy, many members in our programs that are very obsessed with global dropshipping and they do very well, right? If you are obsessed about it, you will succeed. You will succeed. That is 100% for sure. Okay. All right, guys, that is it. If you are interested and you want us to set up a global dropshipping business for you and support you, reach out to us, contact us, comment your thoughts below, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment or reach us on WhatsApp. Like the video and subscribe.